Interviews with business owners and veteran executives who share their wisdom and expertise to help you de-stress, free up time, and make more money. Profits of IT. Welcome back to the Profits of IT. I am Jim Punzenberger, your host and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. If you're looking to generate new clients or partners through short form content or creative outreach, be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com. I am excited to have Nick with me today. Nick is the guy out in California running ARC and Chartec. He's been in the industry quite some time and has helped grow these companies so much that the owner of them just basically is on vacation 24/7 and he runs them. And Nick, please introduce yourself and tell us a quick bit about ARC and Chartec.
Yeah, well, Jim, hey, thank you for having me on. Say hey, everyone in the audience here. Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, yeah, I've been with the company. Just hit my anniversary. I want to say 12 years. So, a little while. Been in the technology space, 15 plus years. And I'm your audience, man. I have two small businesses that I help contribute to and run, and just like probably most people watching, we're wearing a lot of different hats. So
I think that's the bulk of the audiences.
Yeah, dealing with our people, dealing with our clients, dealing with vendors, growth strategy. Sometimes I just feel like a therapist, right? And just gotta listen.
And probably even sometimes you take out the trash.
Oh man, yep, absolutely.
That's sounds like all the stuff I've done myself. Yeah. So, what's something interesting about yourself outside of work?
Oh, well, I don't know if it's interesting, but really my life revolves around, aside from work, my family, and a soccer dad, a girl dad. So I have two daughters, and if I'm not working, if I'm not traveling around for work at shows, events, speaking from the stage, I'm on the sidelines cheering for my daughters. They're travel soccer, so it keeps me very busy.
I bet. So every weekend you're going somewhere for a soccer game, soccer match, tournament, all the above.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I'm definitely getting I'm actually traveling more for soccer than work.
Wow,
which is crazy.
It sounds like you're like never home then. If
you know what, sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it sounds like a great time in your life.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
So I guess shifting back to business, the main topic or main question on my mind is, what would you say is your superpower, or what have been some of the keys to your success, and how can others develop that themselves?
Wow, that's a good question. I guess I gotta say, which one? I'm just kidding. I would say, Jim, I don't necessarily know if I would say it's a superpower, but man, I
use the term loosely too.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's not like I'm expecting you that I'm expecting you to say that you can fly through the air like Superman.
I leap tall buildings in a single bound, man.
Yes.
I leap tall sales barriers, right, in a single bound. I would say, from a business standpoint, again, kind of going the history, I started in sales, right? And an individual contributor, and just learning the business and growing and evolving, and then, getting to put a phenomenal opportunity to help lead and run the organizations. And I can say, one, being able to okay with getting uncomfortable, right? Trying new things, being okay to fail. But I would say, if I had to pick, the thing that's moved the needle the most, not only for myself, but a lot of other business owners that I work with and collaborate with, comes down to execution, man. Hands down, that is probably the biggest differentiator I see across the board in all facets of business, and a lot of time in your personal lives.
So Nick's superpower is execution.
Yeah, I'm an executioner.
The executioner. You say it with so much passion,
Yeah.
and it's in this case, it has much positive context, unlike maybe if it was in a movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
So, how did this come to be? Like your superpower of execution, I assume that you weren't always great at execution. How did you develop this?
I mean, I would say there was the, in my earlier years, I would be a procrastinator, especially for things that I didn't want to do. Um,
Yes.
Case in point, man, if I in school, you always knew when it was going to be midterms or finals week because my apartment was clean, my laundry was done, all my grocery shopping, I would do anything I possibly could, right?
Yeah.
To get away from studying. And so I say probably the earliest part in my career here in business in sales was I don't like cold calling, right? There's certain tasks. I want the result. We want the end result. We want the
Hmm.
revenue. We want to grow the company. We want to build a hire and
Yeah.
and invest in more marketing and all this fun stuff. But it's that necessary evil, and so it goes back to getting uncomfortable. Being okay, trying new things, and then for me, I would prioritize. I would just I would set in my schedule that the things I don't want to do, I put it first in the day. So I knock it out, and then everything else is to me is going to be downhill, right? And otherwise, you will come up with every excuse in the world of why you didn't get to that thing that you really needed to get to, right? That's going to be important for you to hit goals and results, right? And actually achieve the plans that you hopefully everyone's setting out. And so for me, it's plan for it, and then just do it, execute one step in front of the other,
Uh-huh.
learn, repeat, and then once you start, it's that consistency, start building habit. And then it just trickles. Doesn't matter what your role in the organization is. There's probably something that all of us can say, we don't like doing, even in our personal
Right.
lives. Do it first.
So
Just
do
get
it
it out of the
first. So
way.
like you put it on your calendar, like the first you block off like the first whatever amount of time is needed for
Mhm.
said task, and
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, first thing when I get in the office, I have my routine at home, get
Right.
up,
I
work
mean,
out, right?
obviously, I'm not saying that you like wake up and
Yeah.
you're sitting in your pajamas making cold calls or whatever it is.
Roll right out of bed, Jim. I'm just like, boom, let's
You're
do it.
like, boom, you're not even out of bed. You're just your wife is still sleeping and you're
Yeah, I have to be
dialing.
kind of quiet. The first, I'm calling the East Coast. I got to.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you want to buy some computers? I gotta be quiet. My wife is still sleeping.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, and it is, yeah. So it is the first thing I try to do, and then with that, you got to avoid distractions because again, if it's something we don't want to do, it's going to be very easy for us to come up with a reason why we're not doing it. I shut my email off. Teams is down. I'll have ConnectWise up, whatever your CRM, whatever I'm looking, and that's what I'm working off of because I promise you, when I turn Outlook back on, my emails will still be there. My clients are still going to have issues, right? They're still going to have needs. I'm still
Mhm.
going to have, but I promise you, if I say I'm blocking off the first hour and a half of my day, to accomplish this task, you'll get it accomplished, and two, you're going to feel so much better for the rest of the day, right? If before you turn that light off at the end of the day, ask yourself, man, do you feel accomplished, or do you feel uncomfortable?
Well,
Right? Accomplished, I
I'm
check that
already
off.
feeling more comfortable right now, saying that I got the most comfortable thing out of the podcast already. So they asking you what your superpower was going to be. So
So yeah, I mean that's it. I don't know much more to that. I mean, if anyone can just, if that helps somebody on listening right now, then man, that's great.
I think it will. I think that the audience is full of procrastinators, and I say that because I am one.
Guilty.
So I guess we got a networking moment. Anything that we should mention here to the audience? I think you mentioned there was a event coming up.
Yeah, so we kind of have a unique deal for the audience here. Like I said, we have an MSP, 31 years in business. Kind of been there, seen it all, right? Through all these transitional phases, we're continuing to grow and evolve, and as our industry changes, adopt and pivot, just like everyone here. And every quarter we open up our MSP. and we just show you, right? We train and we just what we do as an MSP, anything from lead generation and marketing, getting beyond referrals, right? If I'm looking to grow, to sales, right? Very heavily focused in sales and sales process, all the way to client onboarding projects, service delivery, finance, HR, culture, you name it. We're a complete open book. And so every quarter we open it up, and we'll have our Chartec members, and as well as we have some guest passes to come out and not only have 2.5 days of thought leadership and phenomenal training from not only our team but other partners that we bring in, and you get to spend 2.5 days at an MSP and just ask any questions. Nothing's off limits.
Cool. So when is this event coming up? What dates?
It'll be March 28th through the 30th.
The end of next month.
Yes. And this event will have a security theme. It's gonna be a little bit, planning and preparation, right? For those that we've procrastinated and we haven't got to it yet, probably we're gonna be guilty. So plans and the attendees are gonna leave with a quarterly campaign for marketing with a security focus, right? Security's hot. It's a great lead in, and how to involve it. Everything from your marketing message and injecting it into your sales process, and then how do we support it on the back end. So we're kind of covering it all.
Cool. And where is this taking place?
It's at our MSP in Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield, California. So
I know. Hey, it's a hot spot, right? I mean, tourist destination of the world. I mean,
yes.
You can check off a bucket list item.
You probably have, you might see some stars walking down the street in Bakersfield.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
And somebody wanted to get more information on this. What would be a great way to do that?
Chartec.net, and then you have Academy right there. I'll actually send a link, Jim, as well. So we can
include a link in the show notes. Mm-hmm. Well, Nick, it's been wonderful having you on here today, and I'm glad you're helping me with procrastinating less just by talking to you.
Hey, Jim, no, thank you for having me on, and anytime, I'm more than happy to help. You can always reach me, Nick@chartec.net. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Nick Points. I'm the only one on there, so more than happy to help, Jim, you and any partners that may need it.
Great. Look Nick up on LinkedIn. And until next time on the Prophets of IT, I am Jim Punzenberger, your host and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. Be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com.
Thank you for tuning in to the Prophets of IT. Please smash that like button, subscribe, and share.